Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and nothing starts until you finish your first comic, your first drawing, your first piece of music, your first anything, your first creative thing. Nothing starts in your art career until you finish that first piece of work and put it out there for people to see. Because the only thing that's really respected in the art world is finishers. People who actually do the work and get it done. Like, they do the work, have a vision for how it's going to be created, and then they execute that plan until the work is done. And you can study forever. Anyone can study forever. I only want to study forever. Like, that's all I want to do all the time. Like, just draw and figure out how to do anatomy and get it perfect, and then put out my perfect piece of work that uses everything that I learned and makes complete use of the full craft of storytelling. But it's just not the way the world works. This is just not possible. I can't take all the time it would take to learn new skills, new art, and put it into every piece of work that I'm working on. Like, it would take decades just to put out one comic book in the midst of everything else that I got going on. The only thing that I can do is finish whatever I got working on, finish the next page, finish the next panel, finish the next drawing, finish the next line, and keep building on lines and lines, strokes and strokes, drawings and drawings, until it becomes a full work that other people can read and see. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that's respected. I've been at the table with top tier artists in the industry. I've been at the table with Ryan Otley. I've been at the table with Paul Pope, with Scotty Young, with Nick Patera. I've been at the table with them. And I was just a kid, you know? I was just like, hey, I'm going to be a comic artist too. And they're like, yeah, sure, little buddy. You're going to be a comic artist. All right, cool. But it's not respected. Like, you're not taken seriously until you create something and put it out there, like that you have something that is tangible that people can hold, that they're like, oh, this guy made this comic book. Oh, okay, it's called Air Rider. Oh, interesting. Wow, I can actually like flip through it and see an approximation of what this person was thinking, or what this person had in their soul or in their heart, and oh, they made it into something that I can hold in my hands, and it's real. Like, this is a real thing. This is a real product. And like, it took me actually sitting down, deciding that I would create something and finish it. It took me a whole summer to pencil and ink it, and then after that, it took me even longer to color it and letter it and do all the things that were necessary to put it out and make it into a full product and put it into people's hands. And then the year and a half that I spent just marketing it, and before the actual campaign, even that was a struggle to get through. Like, just constantly being awake, being on the ball, like putting out social media, like messages, posts, all that stuff, just to get it out there into people's hands. But that finishing mindset is what brought about the creation of Saintly. My publisher, Ngozi Ukazu, looked at the fact that I could finish 2 comics, not just one, but 2 comics, and she saw, like, oh, this guy actually finishes stuff. Okay, well, let's turn this into, let's make something new. And I told her about the idea of Saintly, and she was just like, all right, this could be something, like, let's do it. But this comic, as long as it's taking me to draw it, nothing in my career will take off until I actually finish drawing that comic. Like, nothing will happen. Like, people will be like, oh, this guy was almost pretty good. You know, like, the thing that's respected the most in comics, in storytelling, is finishing. Like if you finish a chapter, if you finish a book, if you finish, like, you have to develop that muscle of finishing your work, finishing your project. And if you can do that, it'll take you much farther than making the perfect one page of a comic that won't have a page 2 or even a book. The only thing that people respect in comics is finishing your work. So let's all become finishers. Let's make work that we can actually finish. Keep the scope low to the ground. Don't make it blow up and be like a 700 chapter epic. We're just going to keep it very low, very small. Maybe one comic strip. Just finish one comic strip. That's all you have to do. Not even a comic strip. Just finish one panel. Finish one sketch, one drawing. That's all you have to do. And then you just do the next one. Finish the next one. Then finish the next one. And that's all you have to do. Don't try to force yourself to do the biggest, best idea you have in the world, because you won't finish that. And then people will be like, oh, this was almost kind of good. We want to create something that is done, is finished. And then people can say, oh, this is actually pretty bad, but at least it's done. You know, like, even if you make something that's bad, you want to know inside your soul, inside your heart, that you can actually finish something. And then other people see that you finished that thing and that you can do it again. So yeah, that's all I had on my mind for the day. And the current thing that I'm working on to completion is my latest webcomic, Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop Demon Hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And yeah, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment if you feel so compelled, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.